What a terrible situation.
What?
Cut the video right in half.
Well, I know. You should stop it.
Oh well. Welcome to episode 223 of the Still Driven Happy Hour. This is your host Mason on the move tonight. We got LP.
Happy birthday to me.
Is it your birthday?
Got Hayes Holla.
I didn't know it was your birthday. I'm an idiot. Happy birthday.
We're a week apart. How have we not gone and celebrated this?
I do not remember that.
I got 3 years left, and then it's over.
Why?
I said he's 40.
Oh, 40 is awesome.
That's like what I've heard for 40 is like that's where your income meets your rise in income meets the decline in physical attributes. So you're in a good balance.
I wouldn't disagree. I wouldn't agree with that. I would say
wouldn't?
No. I think you get to do everything you really want to, and it's well, at least for me, my ability to give a crap is very low, and that's the best part. And
I
40
need that.
is all your cares. You start to realize like you got some wisdom going, bruh. I'd never go back. I love 40. I take 40 all day.
Dang.
Something to look forward to, LP.
I'm excited. Fast forward.
Yeah, you should.
For me.
I don't think the physical stuff, I mean, if you're taking care of yourself, I mean, I've taken decent care of myself. I don't think that happens till you're more like maybe mid-50, depending on, you're going to do just fine. The two of y'all will be just fine because you've taken care of yourself. Like if you're not taking care of yourself.
Waffle House.
Oh, happy birthday. Eat your freaking Waffle House. Don't do it every day. Right?
When in Rome, Landon. When in Rome.
Y'all, I was checking out, paying, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye. And I looked down. I wish I hadn't looked down. It's a big old fat cockroach. I was like,
that makes sense where you are, though.
That's great. Yeah.
Where you are, at least it wasn't a rat.
Oof.
I'm sure there's a couple of those.
Every Waffle House has a resident rat for sure. It's like a live-in.
That's what those big traps at the bottom of all those palm trees are. Landon's on vacation. That's why I'm saying that. Rats love palm trees, bro.
Interesting.
And
well, Hayes loves skunks.
Absolutely not true. What kind of stupid comment is that?
Oh, well, we've got a fun podcast, I guess. You could say fun. We got some pretty noteworthy news. A lot of shoes dropping in the past week, maybe. So we'll jump into that. We'll jump into the Air Jordan 40 coming out.
Oh, I feel like
a
that's
lot
the
of high
first thing we
praise.
should talk about.
Yeah. But before that, I mean, it's been a delayed podcast week for good reason. Hayes, I didn't know if you wanted to go into it or not, but I feel like you're pretty open. Life strikes again. When does it not strike? It's every week, but you've had an especially tough week, and so we've been really praying for you, and we love you.
Thank
you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but you can say whatever you want.
So my wife's father passed away on Thursday after a really difficult battle with cancer. And so it's a weird feeling of glad he's not in pain, glad he's not suffering. He's getting to do everything that we all hope to do someday. And then grieving he was 67? 67. And we have a really, really tight family. I'd say having to tell my children that news was the hardest thing so far that I've had to do in my life. That was really, really difficult. And especially my teenage kids, well, and my daughter too, who's 10. I mean, she understood. That was really, really hard. It's going to be really, really hard. You both know this. You both have lost a parent. And so, was supposed to go on my senior in high school who just graduated. We were supposed to go on his senior trip this weekend. And I had to call didn't have to. My dad and my brother pitched in and took 8 teenage boys to Alabama for the weekend. And, you know how this goes, guys. Like, I'm so glad I get to talk to somebody that totally understands and all the horrible ways and the good ways. It's like everybody wants to help and they have no clue what to do. And so they ask, and what can I do? I'm like, I don't know what you can do. Like,
yeah,
I don't necessarily want to talk to anybody. I'm good. Like, we want to bring you something. We bring you. Like, what do you do? There's nothing you can do. And I know the intentions are well. So the best people are the ones like y'all who've been like, this sucks. I hate you so much. And I hate you. I hate this so much and it sucks. And I don't even respond. Like I don't expect you to respond. I don't just know that I love you. Like that's the best thing you can do. It's so funny. Like he was the most anti-swag guy ever, ultra conservative, the most conservative wing. But it has been really cool going back through pictures and seeing some of the stuff that I got him that I just would consider cool. Like he loved shell toe Adidas, and one year for Christmas I got him some shell toe Adidas, and there's this picture of him going. He's like, and his shell toe Adidas. Yeah, I got him those. And then, big Braves guys, like I don't know, it's terrible. There's nothing. He loved the Lord, and that makes it way easier. But it's horrible.
Yeah.
But that's my week.
Yeah, I hadn't told you this before, but I am not thankful, but I do. I guess I am a little thankful in the fact that Elliot wasn't old enough, like you said. Kind of, Laz is probably close. I mean, he probably understands a little bit, but Elliot was 2.5. I want to say. So I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, not that it made it any easier. Just still sucks, but. Yeah, when you sent that text, my heart just fell out of my body. I could definitely feel how terrible that would be, and yeah. So I'm just really sorry. The only thing that I could think of to do, because I know I can't really do anything, but was just to come be with you. And so if you ever want me to come over and just chill and hang out, I mean, just this week, I mean, I can do whatever. So.
Well, I'm off work this week. It wasn't planned. I mean, I'm sorry. I was already planned to be off work. Just any plans we have just been put off the back burner. Yeah.
So, I know whatever you need. I mean, whenever Landon gets back in town, I'll speak for him as well. But I mean, we're here for you, and it's not. We're not like you told me. You guys both told me when my dad passed. It's not. We're here for you until the funeral. We're here for you. In 6 months, if crap hits the fan, I think that's what's cool about this group. Not cool, but amazing about the group that we have is we do a stupid podcast. But that's not. We do this podcast to be with each other, and I think that's the coolest part. And whether or not we end the podcast or we don't, I think we're here for life. So that, and that was something that really helped me out when my dad passed. Just I've got people that I know are here no matter what, and so sorry that you're going through this, and gets a little better.
Thank you.
Not much, but a little bit. So yeah, we love you.
Oh no, I love you too. Thank you.
Love you, Hayes.
I love you. I mean it.
Do we get in the superficial stuff now? This is always such a weird thing when we share life, and then we're like, "All right, what sneakers came out this week?" It's like,
What else do you do from
11 minutes? I know 11 minutes. That feels like a good pod for
Where
what we just.
Where
did.
else do we go? All right. Unfortunately, like this is the cruelty of life is that it goes on, and I can either choose to be real sad and angry and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to do that to my children. I hate that. But I hate, man. Landon's going to totally get this because we're cut from a similar cloth, like personality wise. Is that grief and sadness? I hate it. It's hell. I know it's hell for anybody, but that's my least favorite thing of anything. So, if anything, I'm really trying to be cognizant of being present and not avoiding my feelings because that's really unhealthy.
Yeah.
And that's why you should not wait to be 40. 40 is awesome. Tell him.
Yeah. Well, maybe this won't be as hard of a turn.
Anything we go from here is going to be hard.
It's going to be a hard turn. We'll get to the Jordan 40 later, but I thought this was really cool. Speaking of hoarders, there's some hoarder tendencies within this little shot right here. Oh, where's Landon on this? He's gone. There we go.
I think you could. I think if we're being honest, wait a second. If we're being honest, we could say there's hoarder tendencies in sneakers. Period.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Rock one, stock one. That's definitely a hoarder tendency right there. But anyways, this was the late Craig Sager. Collected every single one of his mic flags as he was doing like
that's
NBA.
cool.
And so she posted a picture, but look how many. I mean, there's so many cool mic flags. Also, side note, when I saw this post, that's when I realized what those were called. And no idea those were called flags.
I never would have told you.
Landon probably knew that, but
I don't know what else you would call it, though. Right?
Yeah, it makes sense. It seems like a semi-official.
Hey, please be careful. Go slow. Please.
Talladega, baby.
Are you going with him?
I guess. Yeah.
Go with him.
Sorry to interrupt the pod with.
What?
Never, I'm not talking.
If you're on YouTube, he can just cover the.
Did you 10 track it already?
Yes, but I want him to. Okay, here, pod.
Anyways, so you had known that was called. How many mic flags do you have, Landon? Do you collect them?
Wait,
a couple.
Let me tell a story. Wait a second. Let me tell a story.
Oh my gosh.
Raise your hand. Landon, I feel like, is definitely the most handy of the three of us. I am probably more handy than I give myself credit for. However, I did something last week for the sake of helping my oldest child who's going to study abroad in the fall. He's trying to save every bit of money. He's working his butt off this summer. It's been really hot. So I've been trying to help him do anything I can to help him save money. And his brakes were grinding. I've never changed brakes. I've never done any of that. Watched a few videos. And I changed his brakes and rotors on his vehicle.
Kudos.
That's hard to do.
That's crazy.
And they're not as tight as they were, and he's not a great driver. So I have to. I'm gonna have to bleed the. I'm not getting into all of it. We're gonna have to do something.
I think you tighten them by pressing the brakes down, like. But
you have to undo this little thing. No. You have
Right.
to No. It's way more intricate than it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Here's what I'm
okay.
saying. I wanted him to go drive it tonight when there's not as much traffic and see what he thought and get a feel for before we tomorrow maybe we have to bleed the brake lines. Anyway, nonetheless, that's what they were going to do. That's what that was. So,
Mm.
but I've never done anything like that before.
Yeah.
Did
Should
it?
have called me.
Do
Done it
you do
once.
that?
No. But I've done it. My dad
Okay.
did.
I would not trust myself to do that.
I
I
know.
put brakes on my kids' bikes. I mean,
Yeah, my dad and I did that. My first Jeep, when I got it, they had changed all the brakes except for one, and so it like destroyed the rotor and like was grinding. Like my brakes almost went out when I was going down a hill one time. It was terrifying. So yeah, my dad and I did that at one point.
Well, I
I
hope
think I
they
could
come back in one
somewhat
piece.
figure out.
and-
Did you
Or-
have to like? We had two of our tires or wheels we could not remove because it was heat locked. So we had to get a blowtorch and heat it up, and that's how you unlocked it. My dad was terrified when we did that.
that's
No, I didn't have to do that.
it was only like one or two of them. It wasn't all of them, is what I remember.
one is
super
too many
weird.
for me.
Mine
I
was
would've- I
pretty.
would've
Listen,
tapped out.
mine was pretty cut and dry. And look, if anything, it gave me more. I got to get a Toyota. I got to get a Honda. I got to get something that's Chinese, bro. Shout out to the Chinese for making good cars that are easy to figure out in the parts
Yeah,
department.
that's Japanese.
Honda.
It's Japanese. That's not
Shout
China.
out to Japan. Yeah, because I'm getting China any props anyway. Shout out to Japan. USA number one. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right.
Back to Craig Sater.
Now jump into
Good
the Air
transition.
Jordan 40. Let's pull it up here. First thoughts on the Air Jordan 40 here.
Can you blow this up?
Landon? Yeah, I'll put it full screen for you.
Is
Landon,
Landon
can
just
you hear
taking it in?
I don't know.
I can't see him.
Is this a joke?
Oh wow, that good? Hey, wait a second. I gotta mute me.
What
Well,
what's up with these laces? Are those three? Is it like 3M reflective?
It does look like there's 3M laces on it.
This is a Kobe.
Really?
That's a toaster. That's a toaster shoe.
told they're on the mantle.
He
Love
just
you.
unmuted himself to say that.
Where's the branding? Where's the logo?
It's on the tongue. And maybe
It's on the
back.
heel as well.
Is this a mid? Is that a mid?
Looks to be
I
lower
would
cut.
say it's like a low to mid. Yeah.
Is that suede on the toe?
I don't know what it is on the toe, what material. Let me see if we go
That looks
just,
like a broken ankle. Just waiting to happen.
you are such an old man for saying that. Just because it's a low top,
Well, no,
Here's
like
an-
even like the material.
Yeah,
Look
it's
how thin the
it's
material
like a
is.
suede.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
Yeah, it's pretty. It is definitely low.
The tongue looks like a leather seat from like a early '90s European car.
An Audi.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
I
pretty
mean-
plain. I don't hate them.
Cool. Let's
Now, there's a story to tell.
Tom the
Have you
sneaker.
heard the? Oh
first.
man.
Can you psalm it for me? I mean, I've got plenty
first of all-
of psalms here.
Iverson question 1 is the
Mhm.
first thing that comes to my mind with a little toe cap.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I see
Um,
that.
I mean,
What was the model
Well-
with the shroud?
28,
Don't
20,
expect
20.
28 had a shroud, but it wasn't like the removable one. It was like 17, 18.
Yeah,
right?
17.
17.
I mean, it looks like a shoe you would play tennis in. It looks like a Pete Sampras is what I'm getting. for some reason.
Pete Sampras.
Honestly,
did he have his own shoes? Or are you
Yeah,
just
he did.
throwing? Oh, okay.
I don't love this little band or whatever you want to call it that goes from the toe, like the front of the toe box around the edge, like the heel, whatever that band of plastic is. I don't know what
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I love that. But the storytelling part of it is pretty cool. Like on the back, it's supposed to be they drew inspiration from the Jordan 3 on the heel tab. The tongue was something. The tongue is like, oh crap.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Paint splatter action.
A little 40 on the
Okay.
Yep.
heels.
So there's little odes to the. Now look, in the previous, I feel like in the previous whatever models we've gotten into since we got into the 30s. Remember they did the 31 where it's more like the 1.
Mm-hmm.
So the Jordan 10 is pretty plain, and I would say that this is pretty plain, right?
And it does look like this Air Jordan 2009, which would have been, what was 2009? Would that have been 25? No, it's earlier than that. No, it would have been 20, right? They just redid this one on the 20th year anniversary.
Yeah, I think you're right. Looks very similar. I don't hate it. I mean, it's it's better than some of the models we've gotten recently.
Yeah.
This looks like
again.
a leaning. This is a leaning. This is what that is.
In our collective Jordan hearts, we want it to be like
Oh,
the old days where it was just as good off court as it was on. And this is probably like all the other recent Jordan models. It's probably amazing on court, and that's where you're going to wear it.
is that a mock-up? The red colorway?
No,
I think the red was a mock-up. These
no,
are
no,
not.
no, no. I've seen the reds in the wild already. Who had them? Chris Broussard on. He was already wearing a pair.
Oh wow.
That Pepto-Bismol version. Yikes.
Look at that looks like a Vic. Remember the Mike Vicks?
Yeah.
They are getting a lot. Mason was saying this. They are getting a lot of high praise already.
They are. Yeah, I think I kind of like this color. I mean, I don't love this color. Sorry. But does the toe box, it looks Yeezy, Fear of God, all that Adidas stuff that's coming out. They all have that toe box.
Yep.
Now the tongue is different a little bit, but
it does look like Yeezy.
I thought this looked like a Fear of God or Yeezy influenced shoe, which is wild that Jordan's taking Adidas stuff right now. I think it's a good look though. I could see people wearing these in the wild. They're very Booker-esque of like minimal, not only a basketball shoe, but it looks like a really good basketball shoe as well. Yeah, I think it's a really cool shoe. I think they did really well. Landon, these are the ones you're talking about, right? So 16 with the shroud, or this one down here?
No, there's another one where it's like down the side. It hooked on through like down the side.
This is the one, the mustard.
Bottom right.
Yeah. 17.
17.
See the toe box?
Yeah, that
Somewhere.
does look, wow. Good pull, man. That is crazy. The whole thing looks like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not only the Jordans.
I thought you were talking about a Team Jordan for a minute.
Okay, here we go.
Stop.
Oh. Oh, this is a good view. 1 through 40 right here.
Dang.
What's the worst? Worst one. 1 through 40.
4.
Shut
2?
up.
I mean, 2 would be on up there.
4?
15 was horrible. 15 was really bad.
15. I think 19 is my least favorite.
Oh, 19 is really bad.
19 is horrible.
Yeah. I will say the 23 should have been better. I mean, it's the 23.
So the 2009 was the 24. We missed that one. You said 23 was that 22 is pretty
22
bad.
is bad. That
That's
little
like
strap thing.
worse than a 2. We need to rank or tier all the Jordans. Let's do that.
Yeah, the 33 didn't get enough love. The Travis
I
Scott
think
33.
we're pretty
I
high
agree.
on
I agree.
33s. Yeah,
He's
I'm
right.
with you.
It's like a moon shoe. Awesome.
That's got to be the best since. I like the 28s, but I don't think it's better than the 28. Or I think it is better than the 28.
That's one of my biggest regret sells is the Travis
Oh,
Scott.
we forgot how bad the 37 was. Like that was really bad.
37s are terrible. I see those the most in the wild though. Playing basketball. Like I don't see anything else, but I've seen 4 or 5 people wear it in the 37s. Doesn't look like a great shoe to me.
The 28 looks like the Under Armour Cam Newton shoe.
Yeah, it's same vibes. I can see that for sure. When I worked at Nike, I got Hayes the Air Jordan 2011s.
Yep.
Not a terrible shoe, but a lot of plastic on that thing. Yeah, 33, the best Jordan since what?
Sheesh.
The 13? Best in 20 years? Hayes? You're the oldest here.
I don't know. I really like now hindsight the 30. I like the 30.
I like the 30.
I like the 28, but I never wear them, especially with the shroud on. Like
Sorry,
there
I
was
like
a
the
model that
31.
didn't have. There was a model that didn't have the shroud that you could take that off that I really liked. The 20, like I always like the 20 because it had that little strap. The 17 is really underrated. I feel like
I like 17s.
the 17 and the 16 are underrated, and then the 15 and 14 are horrible. And then you get to the classics. There's more bad than good since the 13, though.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, look at that row 21 through Air Jordan 2010. That's a really bad row.
It's a bad row.
Yeah, I liked the 31. The lows in the 31. They didn't have the swoosh sublimated on there, but like the 31 lows. 17s, yeah, I'd say probably best since the 20 or the 17. I'm with you on that. I don't think 20s are very wearable for me, so can't see myself wearing a 20, even if it's free.
I couldn't either. I like them, but I couldn't wear them.
Yeah, they remind me of Mellow. I don't know why.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, yeah, there's the Air Jordan 40. So Hayes, you're up on the 40 then?
Yeah. I'll say B+.
I think that's pretty good. What signature sneakers are better than the 40 this year?
The jaw.
Maybe the Luka?
The jaw, yeah.
You like the jaw?
No, the Luka.
Pretty good. I like the Luka. All right. We'll go back to whatever else we
I have
have.
to think about that.
They'll make that into a golf shoe so fast.
Oh, yeah.
40?
Yeah, that's for sure a golf shoe. I want to know what this Chinese person thinks. What does that say?
Li Ning.
It was made in Japan.
Rip off.
Yeah.
Made in Japan. I don't think they make those in Japan.
That's
made in China. All right. We've got I named this title Snake Shoes because there's a couple of snake shoes that we're going to talk about here. The Saucony Pro Grid Omni 9 celebrates the year of the snake with Gloa Constrictor.
Yes, sir.
That name sounds straight out of a Lizzo album.
Can we get another picture?
Constrictor. Yeah. I'll zoom in here.
This picture makes it on foot decent. Not on foot, this is horrible. Especially since you got the rainbow textured
The rainbow really kills it.
It kills it.
Kills the snake.
Y'all,
Snake,
thi-
really
this might be
aggressive.
sneaker of the year.
Oh my gosh,
goodness.
Landon.
Look at
Right in
that.
time for Pride Month, Landon.
This is
Okay,
great.
that is not like real rainbowy. That is very scaly.
I'm just kidding.
Look at that carbon fiber. Oh my gosh.
I actually like these. Now, I
Those
don't like
are
the
good.
rainbow when you pointed it out, but overall, I think
Makes
these
the
are really
rainbow
cool.
up fruit flavors. Yeah, I think we have this. I think we all have the same issue with this. I guess colorway. Do you own any green that you wear on a regular basis?
I got a new green
Neither do I.
T-shirt last week.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't wear
it was
any green.
a brewery in Knoxville. Had dope
Huh.
T-shirts. So maybe we should start doing merch for. They had this brewery in Knoxville had merch for specific beers. I'm wondering we should do that for Mill Creek. I feel like we could come up with some good
I think you're right.
T-shirt specific beers. Anyways, this is when you zoom in, this is very peacocky. The mesh.
So good. Look at
You
those
see what I
legs.
mean?
Adjective.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's very
Peacocky.
peacocky.
Very
I
peacocky.
love it.
And then you
love it.
mix the rainbow, and it's extremely peacocky. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I'm uncomfortable.
This, what did we call this? The robin? Is this a robin? Saucony robin? What's that, Hayes?
Squoosh?
Squish. It's always got to be something with an oosh.
Swoosh, the douche, the squoosh.
The
Yeah, that's
squoosh.
what it is.
Okay.
What about the moosh?
Yeah, I like these. I might see if I can get some of
I
these.
think Dan would be
Wow.
all on these. Dan would be all over these.
I don't know. That was, man, just to share with the podcast what happens sometimes in our chat. We got very disappointing pictures of Dan. I mean,
Yeah.
Landon, do you want to? I'm just going to let Landon talk about this while he's not here. I mean,
I've tried to remove that picture from my mind. I don't know.
describe it for the listener.
One, that's the context of him taking a selfie of him in his gym working out already sets the bar pretty low.
Very peacocky.
Yeah, I don't know what he was wearing on outside of his shoe. I don't know what was he wearing. Was he wearing a wife beater?
No, I think it was
No,
a
I
skirt,
think
like a Scottish kilt.
I mean, I just went straight to the feet, and he did the cardinal sin of navy shoes with black socks. Which
And there were Crocs.
I don't care if you're not
No,
leaving
he
your
didn't have
house.
Crocs on. He
I
had
thought
those
those were
Asics
Crocs.
on.
You don't do that in your own house. Yeah, they're Asics. They're running shoes.
Yeah,
They're
Navy Asics. Yeah.
It was so bad. And I told him,
What am I thinking?
or my response was, Dan, you are a far cry away from the red CRV. That's what I said.
Red CRV Dan was different for sure.
That was Pete Dan.
Peak. It's like
He
hoodie,
is a-
like hoodie mellow, and
Oh,
red
wow.
CRV Dan are equivalent. Like Game 6 Clay.
He has lost his way. I will say that. It's bad.
Wow. I think what you're trying to say. My wife and I have an argument that's ongoing. But I think you're telling me that Dan has lost his grittiness. He's not gritty anymore.
He's not for the streets. Streets don't want Dan anymore. He might get kicked out of Memphis.
Well, now that I've brought it up, since we're like totally off the rails this whole pod, which is fine. Would you guys say that I'm gritty? I feel like I'm pretty gritty.
We're talking about GRIT.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
gritty.
Grit.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah,
the
I'd
gritty.
say you're
Yeah.
gritty.
Well, I appreciate that.
You would qualify as gritty. You're resourceful.
Thank you.
You don't quit easily.
I don't
right.
love getting my hands dirty, but I will.
Mm.
So I don't know that's where we kind of.
I don't love getting my hands dirty, but I will. That's a quote. That's a good quote.
Like I'll go empty the trap, whatever we catch back here. I'll be a
Trap
little
house?
scared. I'll be a little scared doing it.
Yo, I
But-
beheaded a mole one time that we caught. I pulled that sucker up out of the ground from one of the traps. That thing was still squirming.
Mm.
Done.
I hate
Yeah,
killing
you gotta do it quick. Yeah, chipmunks in the traps. You never know if those traps really get them.
No.
Yeah.
It's like what's in the box every time you
Yeah.
pull that thing up.
We had one that you gotta actually. It was like a skunk trap. I caught a raccoon in it. I had to let it
Dang.
go. That was a little scary because it was in the daytime, and he was still awake.
The
But
first time we had chickens, in the batch of chickens that we had, that's a different story. It's a really funny story, but it's a different one. We ended up with a turkey in this batch of chickens, and this turkey was
how does that
albino.
happen?
No, so listen, it was an albino turkey, really rare. So this turkey, we called her Snow White, and turkeys. Let me tell you, like legit turkeys. I mean, when it was standing up, it came almost up to my shoulders. It's massive.
Oh my gosh!
Well, it thought it was a chicken, so it tried to get in the coop, and it's giant. I mean, couldn't fit. And one day, this chicken broke its leg back here and couldn't walk. I'm like, I'm gonna have to
The
kill
turkey did, or
this
the
turkey.
the chicken? Oh, okay.
Turkey got his.
The turkey
and what are you
broke
gonna-
his leg.
I'm not gonna take it to the turkey broke his leg, and I had to shoot that thing in the head, and I bawled crying as I was shooting it in the head.
No,
Oh,
Blood
man.
everywhere.
No,
The first
you
one didn't kill it. I had to shoot it again. I cried and cried and cried.
You didn't get it
And
the
it's a
first take.
big. It didn't die the first time. I mean, I hit its head and it didn't die. I mean, it's still maybe it was dead and it was just wobbling around like a zombie, basically. Anyway, I shot it again, crying. Then I drug it. I was like, "What do I do? This is a massive bird. It's giant. I mean, it's a huge bird." So I
feel
drug
like
it.
I feel like you're committing a felony killing an albino turkey.
Maybe.
Like it's probably on the endangered species list.
So I drug it over. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Drug it over, threw it into my neighbor's field, and the next day it was gone. Coyotes and foxes and everything got it.
Cat foxes.
Is that what I said? Coyotes and cat foxes. I was
That
petting
sounds
a cat.
terrifying.
That's wild.
Anyway,
Wow.
I can't believe you
An
shot a turkey.
albino.
but all that to
turkey.
be said, I do not enjoy. I don't love animals, but I do not like killing them
Yeah.
for fun or for not fun.
My thing is,
Something.
we got 2 cats that we're stuck with, and I don't know what to do with them.
You don't love your cats?
Let's just say if I woke up tomorrow and they were not in my house, I would be okay with it.
Who's taking care of them this week?
No one. We literally put food and water and said deuces. We have an automated feeder, so the schedule it drops every couple hours. They've got plenty of water, but they went from
Put them
having-
outside on the deck, and hopefully they won't come back.
Yeah, they have been sequestered to just a bathroom though. They had the whole basement, and then they got fleas. They brought fleas in the house somehow. They're not outdoor cats. They got fleas, so they are stuck in a bathroom now. They live in a bathroom. That is their life.
I don't think cats die, so good luck.
Golly.
I think you just hope that they run away and they'll
Those things were
live
good
forever.
for about a year, and then
Do you guys? My dad and I would talk about this. And I think maybe I was a bit naive, but my parents, it was my dad's dog. It was supposed to be my sister's dog. Then she went away to college. It was my dad's dog, but it was a little tiny white dog, and he was blind and deaf by the time he was getting there. And I mean, he's a snack for like a fox. He's probably not even a full meal. But anyways, once he got old, he got lost, and they never found him. Like something ate him, And I always would tell my dad,
Sign
I
me
mean,
up for
just-
that. 2 cats.
just at some point, wouldn't you just rather that happen? Like, you can
Yeah.
just think like, yeah, he's just wandered to a farm and he's still living there. Like, in your head, you could say that's a possibility instead of like having to bury him and doing all the other stuff. That's
Feed
what
him
I
to the
always thought.
coyotes.
Right. Right. I mean, if you block out that he definitely got, but he was 17, somewhere 15 to
That's a life
17 years
well lived.
old. I know. At some point, like, you think like, did he even know? Did he even know he got eaten by a coyote? Probably not.
Probably
He was
not.
blind and deaf. He never heard it coming. Hopefully, they just got him on the first shot. But yeah, my dad and I did disagree, and I feel like maybe it was an immature take from me. But yeah, I think I would rather that they live forever if they run away.
I'm
So,
also
that's
never
in my
going
mind.
to give, you can call me or whatever, PETA, cancel me for. I will never pay for my dog or cat to have surgery. If something happens to him, I'm going to be the one that takes him out and just throw him over. And that's just going to have to be how that goes because I'm not spending any more time or effort on a dog or cat. Love them.
I would have agreed with you before we got our current dog.
Okay.
I'm in. Whatever
Wow.
happens,
Oh, boy.
we're paying for it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she's part of the family. She's our firstborn, our true firstborn.
Wow.
Oh, man. You're in deep. In deep.
No, yeah, I'm there. But yeah, before that, I would have said, yeah, nah, just a pet. But yeah, I don't know. Not with Parker. Not anymore.
Not with Parker.
Ah, all right. Hayes, I think you sent this in.
I have a tendency to just start sharing a lot, and then they're usually crappy ones like this guy.
Oh, my gosh.
So this is New Balance.
This is-
They put out a new colorway, right? Or is this the Nike? Oh crap! I can't remember. Which
No,
one
this is New Balance. This
Okay.
is New Balance.
The loafer.
This is the sequel, I guess, to the 1906L, which is the loafer that they released last year. Now, this is essentially a Clark's Wallaby mixed with a Absorb New Balance bottom. I don't know
Horrible
what they're
idea. This
calling
is just
this.
awful. And then you throw in some snake skin.
Hey, hear me out.
Yeah,
Hear
there's
me out.
snake skin on it,
me out.
leather
It's not
all
country.
over.
How are these any worse than a wallaby?
Worse. Look at the bottom,
Snake
man.
skin.
Go to different. Just
The black
Go to the-
sole is
see if we
some
can get a
more.
different picture.
Yeah, I need some more angles.
Oh,
These
my
are
gosh.
fire.
Th-
These are incredible. The
He
only thing
said,
that
"How
makes
is
me
this
nervous-
different than a wallaby?" Very.
If this was
Look
a
at the
mop
whole
to slide
thing.
on, whew,
Shut up. This is an 1890 is the model.
What's 18 suck?
1890.
I mean, this is horrible.
are those leather laces?
No, I think the laces are cloth. That's what it looks like.
Looks leather. Oh, yeah.
I'm here for it.
I don't know if the worst part is the snake skin or the sole, and it's a tie.
I
I
think-
mean, this is
I think
equally
the
bad.
whole silhouette of the shoe is like it looks like the Martine Rose. Was that what it was? The shocks,
The shocks.
that Nike had? The Martine Rose shocks?
Yep.
That's what it's giving me strong vibes of that silhouette with how low it comes down around your ankle. This is an overall horrible shoe. I would wear every single Nocta shoe before I wore this.
Wow.
Oh, my.
100%.
Yeah.
But is that just
what's
because
the-
this isn't Nike, or is that because it's a horrible shoe?
Um,
No, I can't say that about you anymore because you're diverse.
yeah, very diverse.
Very diverse.
Like 1/70th of my shoes are not Nike. it's like I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I make some kind of diversity joke, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, don't.
Smart man.
Man, 70 people a week will be really upset with you.
70 is very generous at this point. Also, I hadn't posted on the actual podcast feed in 2-3 weeks, so sorry, podcast listeners. Yeah. This is. What's the worst shoe that you would wear before you wore this? Can you think of one?
I mean, I wear this, so I don't know how to answer that.
I mean, anything, I would say. Any of. I don't know if I'd on Cloud before this, but I might Sketcher.
Yeah. I could be with you on that.
I think I would more likely Walmart before I would Sketcher, though. And I think that's because I think you could pull off the Walmart as a meme and be like, look how, this is how cool I am. This is how much money I got. I can be bummy.
Okay, Hayes, Shaq 3s or these?
Shaq 3. Shaq 3 is at least a sneaker.
Yeah, I could do Shaq 3s. Trying to think of something worse.
Worse than
what
Shaq
about
3?
Like Balenciaga trash shoes or these?
Ooh.
I think I'm going with these. I don't think I can wear Balenciaga. I don't think I'm going Balenciaga ever.
Is that because
just everything?
Okay,
it feels yucky.
Package?
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
The brand feels yucky to me, and so I think I'm out on everything Balenciaga.
Would you rather?
I would say that's worse than the N.
Would you
the
say
italics N.
Would you say that Balenciaga you would rock a pride flag shirt before that?
Maybe.
I'm Balenciaga if it's that. Mason, why aren't you an ally?
I don't even know what that means.
How do you not know what that means?
I wouldn't say I'm not an ally. I think I'm an ally.
Good.
Like, I like rainbows, but why did rainbows just have to become... Oh, speaking of this, have you guys seen so the Dodgers wore pride hats? Did you see Clayton Kershaw, what he put on his?
No.
He put let me look it up for you. You'll like it.
Why? Because I don't like gay people? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not at all what I'm saying.
It seems like what you're alluding to.
No, it's not. Let me pull it up. Here we go. It's obviously not going to load. Oh, we don't want an ad. Can you see that? So it's got the pride flag on his, that's like their thing. And so he added Genesis 9:12 through 16, which is about the original promise of what the rainbow meant.
That's great. That's clever. Is he frozen, Lando, or is it me?
Huh? Yeah, he's frozen.
Mason, I think you're frozen. All right, so anyway, we're looking at Clayton Kershaw's pride. Oh,
that off.
Hey, you froze up.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
That's a clever idea. I've not seen this.
Yeah, I thought that was just really cool. I'm sure he got a lot of hate from.
I'm sure he did.
People who don't agree with you.
As these things go.
Yeah, no, I thought it was pretty amazing that somebody was. Yeah, I'll wear the pride hat, or I'll wear the rainbow hat, but it won't be the reason why you want me to. So yeah, I thought that was pretty clever, pretty cool. The original rainbow of what it truly was supposed to mean. So
Correct.
yeah, it's funny how we twist things in our culture, but that's what it is.
How neither
Someone-
of y'all like that New Balance, but that's fun.
What?
It's a great shoe.
If
It's a great shoe.
I have so many things that I feel like Hayes at this point of like filter. All right. Hey, well, Landon, what do you think about these then? Is this a great shoe? The Adidas Y3
Brother, Adidas
collab?
hasn't put anything
This
out.
is a
for-
basketball shoe, by the way.
It's the Adidas Y3 Mega Ball.
It looks like the question, the answer, the question.
Man,
Good
we got two
question.
references to that in this podcast.
It does look like that. Very shapely.
Because the toe cap thing.
With the
like-
with the Reebok Zig.
No,
looks like a
which could also be the
kamikaze,
kamikaze jinx.
Yeah.
That's right. What a terrible shoe. They have lost their Adidas has lost their way. They've lost their minds.
Because these are Y3, they're probably like $1,000.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
So bad. So bad.
Yeah. Everybody in the comments says we're pretty spot on here. Iverson question DNA plus a crazy 8. I guess it is more crazy 8 than kamikaze, right?
Go to the
Probably.
bottom because I think there's a picture of the bottom.
Hey, look at that. What is this strap? here?
Very crazy
What
8.
the heck? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yes. All it is they ganked the soul off that one and threw it on this guy.
Yeah. What in the world is this lacing?
Maybe it's like a
Wow.
Sharkley. You remember those? Is it laceless? Remember the Sharkley, the Air Sharkley?
No, I do
Sparklies,
not. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Pull it up. Nike Air Sharkley.
The laceless one. Looks like a.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Looks like a
Now say
Zoom.
something to me.
Zoom Soldier, whatever. Zoom Generate. No. Yeah, Air Zoom Soldier. Is that what they called the LeBron off-brand
Yep.
line?
Yeah, it does.
These black ones are hideous. This is like the gosh. It's like the all black Air Force Ones. Those memes still get me, man. Every time I see a black Air Force One meme, it makes me laugh
Because it's true. They're all true.
because they're all true. All right, I think I know why Hayes put this in, but I'm gonna take a guess. So
Why?
we've got a post here that the Streetwear Stock Market posted, and it's a new silhouette of Reebok. If you're not on YouTube, go check it out. I'm trying to see. We don't have a model here, but there's a DMX Ride model, and then there's another ride. But the headline on the first page says Reebok has been cooking lately with their new colorways. And I assume that's why you sent this post.
That is 100% right. And then the picture is this loafer. It is a loafer. That no laces, right? Can't be any laces.
Yeah.
And then the colors are horrible. It's like fuchsia mixed with coral, some grays in there.
Yeah.
It's a horrible shoe. So the fact that Reebok has been cooking lately with their colorways, and they show
This
the
is-
worst
Oh.
shoe.
What? Look at that.
This is a Toby Nwigwe, right? That's his.
This is
For
great.
sure. That's the only reason they did that one.
I'm here
Which
for
that
that.
one, the colorway is not bad on that one.
That's a nice color.
Every other colorway is
What?
terrible.
That is
That is horrible. Landon.
That's why I sent this.
That's an ASIC knockoff.
Yeah, it is an ASIC. But look at this color. What is this colorway? These are not cooking.
No,
This-
not
what
at
would
all.
you-
There's no cooking.
This is a beef and broccoli colorway.
Mess.
No, if we're cooking, then this is ramen. We are cooking ramen noodles,
Ramen.
bottom of the barrel. We are
Cupo
cooking
noodle.
gas station corn dog.
This is like what's like a poor man's bacon? What's a poor like a
Turkey
bologna?
bacon.
This is the bologna colorway right here.
Yeah,
Sorry
it
to
is.
slander bologna for anybody out there who loves bologna,
This is
but
bacon.
Oh, bologna's
This is a
trash.
Joe
Let's
Fresh Goods
agree.
knockoff.
Let's agree. Can we agree that bologna is absolutely ugh?
I love bologna.
I think
course
you
you-
would. The patent leather on this one.
There's
I mean,
nothing
let me zoom
cooking
in.
so far. I wouldn't even. I mean, we're not even heating up water yet. This is how much not cooking we're doing.
We haven't even made a campfire for this yet. I mean, this like the Reebok. What's the Reebok called? The logo.
The moosh.
The-
Does it really have a name? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the moosh. The swoosh, the douche, the stoosh, and the moosh.
I think the Saucony was the squoosh.
That's why I said this is the moosh.
This is a moosh.
Yeah.
The Reebok moosh is like it reminds me of my uncle's bathroom tile, like the pink. You know that old pink bathroom tile? Yeah,
I mean,
that's
but
what
you're
this
exactly
colorway-
right. The
pink
irony of this
bathroom tile.
post, Reebok has been cooking with their colorways lately, and every shoe is garbage. It's not even.
Every single one. I mean, who is buying these?
Yeah.
These
there more?
are so horrible. These look like that Walmart brand of the Avia.
It's the
Avia?
Walmart bacon.
The Walmart bacons. This one is just so out there. This is like an alien colorway. The beef and broccolis. Man, I wish somebody would show up to church in these things.
The Oregon duck. Mooshes.
The moosh. Here's Landon's favorite shoe of the year right here for Landon.
It's sad that that's the best that we've seen so far. in
It
this
is.
post.
And it looks like I don't know. It's like a slipper. This one.
Oh,
oof,
but
this
that's
one
the
might
very
take the
first
cake.
picture. I love that we were so on the same page with that. As soon as I saw the picture and then I read the I was like, I can't believe they're saying this. Reebok has been cooking lately with their colorways. What are we doing here?
What is this streetwear stock market all about, man?
He said, "What are we doing here?"
Look, this is okay. This makes sense. SpongeBob is releasing their fish plushies on May 16th. Who is this a streetwear stock market thing? What are we talking about here, man? What is this? This might be why. Like, what is? Is this supposed to be a joke? That's not a banana hat.
It says bandana, you dummy.
It's not a
Why is-
bandana
whoa,
hat
whoa,
either.
whoa, whoa.
Look at that.
Why-
That's
why
not a
is the
bandana
logo
hat.
so phallic?
Exactly.
It's ovaries.
Yikes!
This is
It's
banana.
like-
Maybe that's why. Banana, bandana, whatever. It's pretty cool.
That's inappropriate.
That's not. Oh, wow. That's even worse. Look at the actual
This
video.
looks like a joke hat that you'd get from a gas station. You could get this in Buc-ee's in 10 minutes.
Yeah, maybe without the ovaries on it.
Yeah. This looks like cut the penises off.
All right. Oh, man. Okay. Backwards shoes.
Oh my gosh.
World War II shoes. Oh, hey, did you see these? These are kind of dope, actually.
Yes.
The Kith stores made soccer jerseys. Landon, you got to get these, man. The Tokyo one's definitely the dopest, but so we got LA, and each store has their own soccer jersey, and they're pretty sick.
Yep.
What's your favorite one?
Whoa, y'all! I was driving through Atlanta about a week ago, and there was this huge cop. What's it called when cops like escorting a big group?
Barricade?
And there were these two huge like buses. I was like, "What is that?" Pull up, and it was big logo Paris Saint Germain.
Oh, PSG. Yeah,
PSG. It's like that's dope.
that's cool.
Yeah, they had played
Like-
that night in Atlanta.
Yeah, they're in the. Is that for the World Cup? The Club World Cup?
Yeah, for like qualifiers or something.
Did you see
Oh,
your
that's
favorite
cool.
player?
My favorite player?
Yeah,
Who's my favorite player?
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I think Neymar plays for PSG. Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Speaking of soccer, our resident soccer expert has gone pretty famous on TikTok. He's getting paid now.
No way.
Austin? Yeah, Austin and Steele.
No,
They get
he is
paid
not.
from their TikTok. They have 60,000 followers.
How do they get paid? What are they getting paid?
From TikTok.
How much?
He broke it down in one of his videos. I think it's like not a little, like 500 or something a month. Yeah. He like broke down the algorithms and how it works if you get paid and stuff. But yeah, crazy. So we need to have Steel on. Maybe we'll boost up our stuff a little bit. Anyways, this has been an off the rails podcast. We're jumping around for nothing.
This was great.
So yeah,
I mean, it started
wonderful.
off as a downer, and this feels.
And there goes Hayes. Don't know where he went,
Bye.
but started off as a downer, and now he's gone. And here he comes back.
No idea what happened there. All right, go ahead. No, I don't feel like it's been off the rails. It's been good.
Oh, well, that was episode 223. We'll probably change the title for this one. I don't think we talked about snake shoes enough for this to be a really snake shoes podcast, but nonetheless,
I like
a real life. Okay. Yeah, maybe not. That one.
That hat, we agreed.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, keep going.
All right. Well, yeah. Follow the Instagram. Not that we post anything. Yeah, that's all I got. I got pretty tired. I hit a wall right here. So
Me too.
we're gonna let Landon wrap it out for us.
Oh my gosh.
So, thank you all, and maybe you can just do a little spoken word for us, Landon. How's that? We'll put on some inspirational lo-fi. I don't think he's gonna say anything.
Wait for the beat to
I
drop.
got a bandana banana.
There's no beat.
Ovary over berries. I got some berries. I'm popping them in my mouth. It's probably strawberries, crawberries, strawberries, mulberries. Swoosh, boosh, douche, kaboosh, snoosh, moosh. I get it tatted on my brain cells. I got all of my brain bells. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-ling, just dinging in my brain cells. Brain sternum. Urine, dog urine, cat urine.
We love you all. We'll see you next week.